it all the way around. Take your flip off this way.
I have a hard time once I get a hold of the neck letting it go.
That's a good thing, man. That's a good thing. Pancratius were headhunters to begin with. Right down. Wrap your arms right around. There you go. So you're pulling him backwards. You're cranking him up. Slip jabbing right under. Tug his face to the...
After the sparring, it was back to the mountaintop trails for more Spartan-style conditioning, but with a twist.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Move, move, move.
Now, we had to run with a man on our backs, learning to keep our balance, even with the additional weight. After the run, it was back to our old school conditioning. And then, as the sun went down, it was time for another round of sparring.
Slip into, that's it. Now pull his head, that's it. Use your wrist to pull him back.
I didn't know there were so many ways to work out not having modern equipment. These are unique ways to train for a fight. And I feel trained. And I'm coming for this guy.
There was so much left to learn of this ancient fighting art. But training was over. Now it was time for our final challenge. A chance for one of us to step onto the mat for a fight with a true pancration champion. Wherever you go in Greece, you're never far from thousands of years of history. And it's a violent history. The ancient Greek martial art of pancration was used here in combat and in deadly games. Now it was our turn to experience this ancient form of MMA in a full contact match against a real pancration expert.
The fight would be held at the Zappeion in the heart of Athens. It was in this actual building in 1896 that the Olympic Games started up again after a hiatus of 2,000 years. Inside, we met with Laz and his fighter, Konstantinos Skepanakos.
See you again?
Good to see you too.
Yes.
Hey, welcome once again. Welcome once again. How are you?
Hello.
Yeah, he's one of our world champions, and he was actually serving in special forces in Greece.
So this is the guy that you have for us to fight?
What do you think?
What we thought was Constantino looked big and fast. With almost 3 millennia of combat heritage behind him, he had the confidence of a true fighter and a true champion. Going toe-to-toe with him was definitely going to be quite a challenge. To decide which one of us would fight, we took a cue from the ancients and let the gods decide.
Let's do it the customary way as they did in ancient Greece.
Aris told us that in the ancient Olympics, fighters were selected by drawing lots from an urn. Each fighter's initials were inscribed on a lot. The athletes whose lot was pulled would fight.
These don't all say Bill, do they? Okay. There's B's and J's. All right, ready? It's a J.
That's a B.
See, but in Greek, B actually stands for J.
Okay, anyway, that's fair. That's the way we're gonna do
All
it.
right, you know what? I concede.
My uniform.
Here's your robe.
Thank you.
I'm in your corner.
Right. Getting loosened up, I kept my mind on the techniques we'd practiced, thinking through how to use them.
We're moving. Our hands are up. Our hands are up. Our elbows are in. Yes. Good.
Tell you what, it feels great warming up for this fight. Felt great going all around Greece and learning this stuff. I'm hot, I'm ready. Got Jason in my corner, he's gonna be there for me. You ready, brother?
Let's do it, Bill.
Let's go.
The fight would have 3 rounds of 2 minutes each. There would be no hand strikes to the head or groin, but kicks to the head and knees to the body were allowed. A knockout, submission, or broken limb would automatically end the match. But it would also be scored by a referee. Points would be awarded for strikes, throws, and pins. And they would be deducted for illegal moves, punches and elbows to the face, and slams from a pin position.
Remember, he's going to be moving around a lot, so look for that kick to get his
take him down, okay? And then just breathe, all right, baby? All right.
My strategy for the first round was simple. Look for opportunities to use what I learned and stay loose and get a feel for my opponent. What I got was a good feel of his foot inside my head.
Get in there, Bill.
3 points for Constantino. It was obvious he planned to stay on his feet and rack up points with strikes.
Now use that.
But I wanted to use my Spartan ground techniques.
Get on top. Nice.
I got 2 points for the takedown and another 2 for the
Keep working,
pin.
Bill.
Bill, work your left knee on his belly. Get your left knee on his belly. There, knee on his belly.
I want you to work for mount. There you go. Now go over to mount. Go over to mount. Go over to mount. Mount. Nice. Stay on his back.
Bill, circle outside of his lead leg.
Now you circle left. Whatever leg he's got in front, circle the other way.
I charged him, but Constantino caught me with a sneaky sacrifice throw. Hitting a 3-ton stone column is not the best way to break your fall. 3 points for him. With another reset, it was right back to the ground. Constantino was slippery. It was all I could do to keep him pinned to the mat.
Work to mount. Mount. You can hit him, Bill. You can hit his back. You can hit just not to the spine. Use your body to turn his head back in. There you go. Keep doing that. Keep cranking. There you go. Keep walking him. Walking back. Good. Walking back. A little more, Bill. A little more. One more. One more for me. One more.
And the first round was over. My throws and wrestling moves were giving me the edge, but I had to watch his strikes.
And keep your hands up, because he had a point for that kick.
Yeah, I know it.
The only
Kicked
thing-
me right in the face.
Because that was 3 points. I think you have 6 to 3. I could be wrong, but you're definitely up on points.
I had to be careful of penalties. I'd learned a lot of pancration moves, but not a lot of rules. Keep it tight, keep it tight.
Keep it tight.
All right, right now. So we're to the.
I began the second round trying Constantino's game, laying in some quick low kicks.
Bring it over.
And when he got close, I clinched him up and started going to town with my knees. 3 more points for me.
Now shoot it double. There you go, Bill. It's all right. Clinch, get inside, get inside.
Constantino shoved me off the mat into a column. I'd split my toe wide
There you go,
open
Bill.
on sharp marble. With my adrenaline way up, I didn't even notice till I saw the blood. In the birthplace of Socrates, I was trying to be philosophical about it. So my toe has been marginalized by the marble, but that won't stop me. I don't know how many stitches it's gonna take, but not enough to keep me from going back out there. After some iodine and a bandage, I was back in the fight. Constantino kept trying to fling me out of bounds, but I was too smart for that. Like a Spartan, I wanted to take the fight back to the ground. So I repaid him for the split toe by grabbing him by the collar and drilling him into the floor. I had become his nemesis. Slamming a pinned opponent was legal in ancient Greece. But it turns out times have changed. I had just lost 3 points.
So you can't slam him when you're on the ground. He took a penalty point for you? Okay?
I wish I could slam him like I was doing, because 5 or 6 more of those, his mouth would have been a bloody mess. That penalty cost me. Constantino was now up 10-9. I had some ground to make up. Time to finish this thing. Constantino began round 3 by firing off some fast punches and kicks. I meant to aim for his body, but my old school pancration training took over, and I landed a right to his jaw. Another penalty.
Bill, he's saying you hit him in the head, and that's a no-no.
Same thing, right to us, and I want to see a takedown. Look for that takedown. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. Come on, stay busy, Bill. Let's go. Let's go. Now take that. Leg sweep. Now take it. There you go. Keep doing that. Keep breaking. There you go. Keep passing.
He was too slippery, so I passed his guard, secured dominant body position, and attempted a shoulder roll.
Yes. Get your left elbow on the other side of his head.
This was a gift from the
Yes,
gods.
get your elbow on the other side of his head. No, Bill, get on top, get on top.
Kept rolling on me.
Punch his body.
So I let go and ended this fight by bringing down an odyssey of pain.
Punch his body, yes, again. Yes. Punch his body. Stop up.
It seemed like this match could be mine.
They're gonna add up the points to see who won.
Τέσσερα χτυπήματα. Πιο πολύ έξω.
The analytics actually pointed out 20 points to him and 18 points to him.
Just 3 points away from a win.
Γιάννους, νικητής.
In 500 BC, I would have had this guy out flat. But it looks like those penalties cost me the match. I couldn't be too upset with my performance, though.